Jeff Hansen, Window Warriors Forum. Check us out at windowcleaningwarriors.com. Today we're going to take a look at water-fed trailer, the setup I use, and we'll kind of run through why I use it and what it has. 2020, this is a 6x10 trailer, and what I have is extra 6 inches high, so you can actually walk into it, which is something we really find beneficial, especially because then we can store water-fed poles up on top. Still be able to have the head clearance to be able to walk in here. So what we did is we just put 2 bars straight across, and then I threw some slots on them just to separate each of the poles. And we kind of have some high poles, we have some mid-rise poles, and then even some really small poles. All of our extensions for different poles that we have. And then from looking this way, we keep all of our poles, have the pole hose run on the outside of them, so then we coil them up here. I know it's so much more convenient to be able to run the pole hose on the outside, especially storage reasons and stuff. You wouldn't have them dropping down here. Always been something I've been thinking about doing since I've had that Warrior pole that runs on the outside. Kind of like it. But then at the same time, you know, it's kind of up and down, and I'm so used to running on the outside, kind of running with that for now. We'll see what happens, but because it's great clearance here, I did protect the top. When I bought this, it only had the centerpiece here to protect that really thin aluminum. You can see it on the sides, so I threw 2 more pieces, one on each side of it, just so when the guys come in, they don't put a hole through the aluminum on the ceiling. What we like about the trailer is that it houses all of our water-fed supplies. If we're on a job site, we have everything that we own. Everything is at our hands, our needs. If we get a hose cut, we can replace it right away. We have all the tools. We're not shut down waiting for anything. One of the best additions I've added was this Waterworks electric hose reel. It runs off a battery. The battery that we have is mounted in the very back here. That's plugged into the electric that plugs into the trailer hitch. So anytime the truck is running, it's charging that battery. So the hose reel operates with just a switch, and you just grab it, pull it out, and to wind it back up, it's electric, and it's awesome. So what we do here, I built it onto a swivel base, so you can pull this out. So you can see how it comes out right here, and then if we wanted to run it straight across to the building here, you can just pivot. Let's take this and pivot it. You can pivot it 180 degrees, whatever you might want to do it straight off, so you can pull it straight that way, unless you wanted to go straight back behind the trailer. Just makes it a little more convenient to run the hose or wind it to if it's coming straight from the workspace. We use little 30-gallon containers. I had a 125-gallon unit in here. We just never use that much out of a tank. So 2 separate 30-gallon containers. This is winterized right now. We got a frost. So here's our control board. We run 2 different poles off of them. Each pump can run 2 poles by itself, but you just go through so much water out of a tank-based system that we just dedicate 1 pole for each pump, and then you just control the flow. This is a very basic pump system. I like it being basic. Working with another spring electric pump system, and just trying to feel it out, see how I like it, but simple for me is best. Extra set of piece ladders there, metallic ladders is always good to have. This works out well with the battery. So the battery I put in here in case I drop this on a job site, I need to run somewhere else with the truck. I can still run, the guys still have power to run that hose reel and stuff. Or if the battery on this unit runs off, we can just plug it directly into here, which is nice. Put a cabinet in here, just various goosenecks, various extra poles, brushes, hose, all of our tools, clamps, everything we have, the fittings, the clamps, the tools to make it all work, extra oil for the machines, and we put that E-tracker on the sides, up and low, high and low, just for more places to strap things down. This is a nice little portable cart we have. It was just a purchase. We use this on a job. We have to go and clean like 20 windows in a courtyard, fill this 15-gallon tank up, wheel it down a hallway with a pole. It's battery operated. Make sure it's charged and you're good to go. Don't have to set up water, stuff like that. Otherwise, we use this original RHG 5-stage system, battery operated. We upgraded the size of the battery to give us, we can get 8 hours out of this, running 2 poles off of it, which is great. 300 foot of hose. All of our systems run 300 foot of hose. If it's that one, this one, even our waterworks, we run 300 feet off of that. Just because we're always going long distances with the commercial sites. We don't do much water fed on residential, so a lot of hose is great for us. That battery cart is a great cart. We really enjoy it. Just for a little more pressure, I tried the IPC gas, and that is probably my favorite for sure. It's louder, so if we're doing something early in the morning that's at one of the hospitals, something like that, we might decide to go with something that's quiet with the battery. But even on the commercial accounts, we can still get by with the gas when it's not that loud, and it's usually away from the building. So we have these set up. We can either run these carts from inside the trailer. Obviously the gas cart we're probably not going to want it because it fumes, but we've run the electric one, the battery, from inside, where we just bring in the water source right to here and just turn that cart and run it right out the door. And it's been a good use for us. And we have cones, extra hose for connecting system out. We this time of year, because it's cold, we have moving blankets. I kind of cover everything up overnight because we usually will run this system to about 25-30 degrees, and if we can prevent some of the frost or the cold getting to some of these systems from freezing them up, it makes our day a little bit easier. But that's a look at my water-fed trailer. Some of the things I've added to it. I'm sure there's a few more things that I'm planning to change, but that's what it is. Ramp door, very beneficial to run those carts in and out as needed. But maybe you can get some ideas from it, or if you have some tips that I might be able to implement on this, that'd be great to use as well. Any feedback you got, I'd appreciate to hear it. I saw it here, Window Warriors Forum.